Earth learned of the massacre through broken signals and refugee screams. Entire cities erased in a single orbital night. Hospitals burned from the sky. Children turned into proof of concept. The aliens called it a compliance strike, a demonstration meant to end resistance before it began. They had studied our weapons, our borders, our arguments. They had not studied our memory. The footage spread across Earth in hours. No speeches followed, no debates. Stock markets froze, parliaments went silent. Something older than nations woke up. Every culture had a word for it. The moment when rules stop applying. When survival outweighs morality. When the hands stop shaking. The message broadcast from Earth was short. No threats, no insults, no negotiation. Just a statement. Now we stop being civilized. Military commanders received sealed orders written decades earlier. Protocols designed for extinction-level betrayal. Weapons humanity swore never to use first. Unlocked without ceremony. Scientists who had spent lives arguing ethics closed their laptops and opened vaults instead. Engineers who once designed clean energy redirected stars. Doctors studied anatomy for efficiency, not healing. Across the planet, people gathered in silence. Candles were lit, not for hope but for closure. Because everyone understood the same truth. Earth was not preparing to win. Earth was preparing to end the war forever. The alien coalition expected panic. They expected riots, surrender factions, internal collapse. What they observed instead confused them. Earth grew quiet. Air traffic vanished. Satellites went dark one by one. Not destroyed, just turned inward. Factories stopped producing consumer goods. Every assembly line retooled for one purpose. Velocity. Penetration. Yield. Human history was re-examined not for pride, but for lessons. Every genocide, every total war, every extinction event. We remembered what worked and improved it. Artificial intelligence was uncaged. No governors, no empathy constraints. Only a single directive. End the threat permanently. The first counterstrike did not target fleets. It targeted logistics. Fuel worlds collapsed into their own suns. Communication relays screamed themselves to death. Alien admirals demanded escalation. Politicians demanded restraint. Earth answered neither. Instead, we sent historians, not diplomats. They broadcast a catalogue of human wars, explaining calmly how each one ended. We showed them Dresden. We showed them Hiroshima. We showed them entire continents reshaped by rage. And then we explained. Those were accidents compared to what we learned later. The coalition finally understood. They had not awakened a victim. They had activated a species that treats extinction as a solved problem. Humanity does not glorify its darkest tools. We hide them behind numbers and silence. The first new weapon had no name. Because names make things feel controllable. It folded probability until armor forgot how to exist. Entire armadas disappeared without explosion or debris. Just absence. The second weapon targeted biology. Not species. Behavior. Aggression itself was turned into a metabolic weakness. Alien soldiers collapsed mid-charge. Muscles locking as instinct betrayed them. They died afraid and confused, which we considered mercy. Planets that resisted were not bombarded. They were quarantined inside time dilation fields. Civilizations frozen between heartbeats. forever spared, forever removed. Some humans objected. They were thanked for their service and reassigned away from decision-making. Earth was not cruel. Cruelty requires emotion. This was engineering. The coalition begged for talks. Earth responded with a single line. You had your turn to speak when we were still pretending rules mattered. The massacre had been recorded from too many angles. Too many mass graves. Too many broken transmission logs of parents bargaining with nothing. Earth did the math. Forgiveness risked repetition. Fear ensured silence. So humanity chose to become the cautionary tale. The monster whispered about in academies. The reason young civilizations were warned to never strike first. We dismantled the coalition government piece by piece. Not through assassination, but exposure. Every lie broadcast, every hidden atrocity released. Their own populations turned on them. Civil wars ignited. Earth watched and waited. When the last alien fleet surrendered, no celebration followed, only exhaustion. The war ended without a treaty, because treaties imply future trust. Earth did not offer that anymore. Instead, we left monuments, not on Earth, but across alien space. Markers describing exactly what happens when humanity is pushed past civility. Clear, detailed, repeatable. The galaxy adjusted. Expansion slowed. Wars became smaller, carefully distant from a blue planet that never threatened again. Earth rebuilt quietly, teaching its children art and science, but also history, especially the part where we stopped pretending. Because civilization is a choice, and humanity proved it can be unchosen, just once, and never forgotten.